Hello, welcome to the 199 Unlisted podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a Chiquita pullover. She's a really good looking K pop idol. She's in a group called Baby Monster. She's really sexy. I recommend watching her dance with the sound down, if you know what I mean. Anyway, we're back with my favorite person to look at, Tyler Spaghetti. And when I mean favorite, I mean favorite. She has a video called I Got Stalked at Work, Story Time. I haven't seen it. Let's watch it together. I'm sure it's good.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Tyler, and today I have a story time. I wish this was quick clickbait. Can I speak?
Alright.
I know I did a video. I think it was literally titled "I Got Stalked at Work," and that was like,
Time out. This is an older video because remember she has a new car now, but this car has the green like whatever string on the handle. So that's how you know this is an older video. But anyway, let's continue.
somewhat clickbait, and it actually happened yesterday. So like, I don't know if I manifested that by clickbaiting, but this time it actually happened, and I don't appreciate it.
She said this is clickbait. Let's see. This video has 10 likes and 325 views. I don't consider that clickbait. But okay.
And I thought I would make a story out of it because if something bad happens, like, why not post it for the world to see?
The world meaning 325 people. Okay.
Give me a reason. Like, why? Why not? I don't care. I don't know. I don't know. um, I'm like, I don't. This whole situation makes me feel very weird. And I don't have a lot of time to talk about it because I do have to go to work. And maybe, hopefully, not get stalked again. But anyways,
I'm going to guess someone had a question for her. And then she walked 2 aisles over and the person was there. And then another 20 minutes went by and she was whatever like working the front and that person was in line but looked at her. I bet you it's something so like not stalking, but in her mind it is stalking, but we'll see.
I work in a pet store and I work in pet care, so that's what I do. I was putting stuff away. Like, we got our truck in, and I was putting things back on the shelf because you put things back on the shelf when you get them. They don't magically appear on the shelf. People have to put them on the shelf. I was doing that, and then these two guys, they come, like, I'm on the end of the aisle and these people are on the other side of the aisle, and they both look at me and I look at them, and then they look at each other, and then I'm like, I give them like a smile. I'm wearing a mask, obviously, so I try to like smile eyes to be like,
Oh, the days of COVID where people wore masks. I still can't believe um man, I still can't believe that people still wear masks today just because they're so used to wearing masks. But here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with wearing a mask. But there is something wrong with wearing a mask if you think it's going to protect you from COVID. That's my only issue with wearing a mask. Now, I like wearing a mask because the air quality sucks. Like when I go to the liquor store, and I'm not just saying this. When I go to the liquor store, it's like a 5 minute walk, whatever. Uh, on the way there, I'm like, like huffing and puffing. I'm like, and it's not because I'm out of shape. I can walk up and down stairs and not like pass out. I feel like I'm being suffocated because the air quality, like I just smell like smog. Like it doesn't put it this way, it doesn't smell like trees when you walk up and down the city blocks here. You know, And of course, and I'm not talking about like busy traffic. Like when you're walking outside and there's traffic, yeah, the air quality does suck. That makes sense. But I'm talking, I'm in a neighborhood, like the suburbs, right? But it's whatever 5 blocks away from a major street. So I'm talking when I leave my house, like 5 blocks away from a major street, the air shouldn't smell that bad, right? But it's just smoggy and thick, and wearing a mask, it does help with that. Like I feel a lot better wearing a mask. Um, but that's about it. Like, I mean, if masks work, then that means no one in Japan or Korea would ever get a cold or the flu because you know.
Like a nice person because people want people to be nice apparently. Retail. Um, I don't know. I'm scared. I don't like the situation.
She's either retarded, stoned, or has autism. Seriously, what's wrong with this person?
I really don't like the situation. But yeah. So I look at them and they look at each other and then they look back at me and they like talk about something and then they walk away. And I'm like, okay, that was kind of weird that they were kind of weird. So I go back to putting stuff back on the shelf. And then they come back. This time there's four of them. So first there were two. By the way, they're men. Like, obviously men, because men have to be weird.
Coming from the gender fluid lesbian with a girlfriend and she does OnlyFans. That's weird to me, right? She's she said I don't know how many videos ago, but just keeping up with the lore at this current time during her videos, she's gender fluid, whatever the fuck that means. Okay, you're either a boy or a girl, and this psycho said she's gender fluid, and she's calling other people weird. Give me a fucking break. And she's had 2 doses of the vaccine. Okay, so
Not that. Um, then there were four, and they were looking at the hamsters. We don't have any hamsters. So they were just looking like at empty cages. And they were like, wow, that's fun. And I can hear them like over there yelling about the hamsters. We don't have any hamsters. We have one, but it was on the other side.
I don't think she understands humor. They're just 4 guys looking at the empty cage, probably telling jokes about the hamster wheel. I'm like, oh, that looks like fun to run on the hamster wheel. Something stupid. But guys are easily entertained and don't take life too seriously. Women, well, they're gender fluid.
So why are they over here, this group of four men, looking at hamsters? Anyways, I got like weirded out, so I went to go tell my coworker that like these people are kind of being weird. And I'm like, yeah, they're kind of being weird. So anyways, I go back to doing my job. I don't know, I didn't go back to putting things back on the shelf. I think I just like ended up walking around and like blocking the store, making sure it like looked okay. And this time there's 6 of them. There's 6 men like following me around, like staring at me. Weird. Like obviously staring at me, like following me around the store.
I just don't believe her. I just don't believe her. Because okay, so she's wearing a mask, so you have to picture you just see her eyes and the pink hair. Uh, she probably looks really funny. I would follow her around too. Like I said, she's my favorite person to look at for a reason. Imagine her wearing a mask. Like she probably looks like a cartoon character. So they they were making fun of her, and so she's calling it stalking. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, because in real life I've done this too, where you see someone who looks like a moron, and you follow them around, and you laugh at them and you make fun of them. And since they're working in the store, they can't leave the store. And like, you don't actually harass them, but you happen to follow them. And then like after you tell all the jokes, you leave. And if there's really six guys, then three jokes turn into nine jokes. And then, that ends up being like 18 jokes. And then once you get around to like 30 jokes, you guys are done laughing, like you leave. I mean, I've done this before.
I would look at them and I'll be like obviously looking at them. Like, I see you, like stop what I'm doing. I turn my body to them because like that's what weird men are looking at me. But yeah, like obviously turning my body looking at them because you're supposed to don't fucking stare at me.
See, she is horrible with people. Every time she tells a story about a customer, it's a bad story. Every time she sees someone in the parking lot, they're doing something wrong, or she doesn't want them to look at them, or she thinks they're weird. You see the pattern here? This is her. And then we don't know if she's schizophrenic. You know what? There's probably only one guy.
Um, Being like, I see you, because apparently you're supposed to acknowledge people if they're being weird instead of being like scared, even though I was scared. Like, it's fine.
What are you scared of?
Yeah, that happened. And then they keep walking away and they keep finding me. They aren't shopping for anything. They aren't buying anything. They aren't doing anything. So anyways, I go back to my coworker. I'm like, holy crap, this is very weird. There's 6 men following me now. Like, it's not just 2. It's not just 4. Now it's 6. By the way, this is like a long story that I don't have time for. Like, I have to leave like right now. But they just like continuously follow me. And then the 6 men, they all like split up, and there's this one guy that is following me with his phone out, and like I don't see him, and then I turn around and he's right behind me, and he looks at me, and then he looks back at his phone and he's like typing something, and I'm like, that's freaking weird. That's weird. Very weird. So again, go back to my coworker, and she tells the manager, and the manager was like looking for them, and he was like, oh, they look harmless. And I'm like, okay, if they're harmless, then like why the hell are they following me around?
Because they aren't. They aren't following you around. That's why. You're a weirdo. Oh my god. Oh my god. Every interaction with a customer is bad with this person. Oh.
I didn't say that, but like in my head, like, hello. I don't know. It's like weird. Anyways, 2 of them leave, and then the other 2 leave, and then they come back in, and then they leave again, and then they keep coming in and out of this.
Okay, wait. Are you even working? Because how the hell do you know all this? It sounds like you're just sitting like by the wall or in the back room watching the cameras. Because there's no way you should know this.
Store. Like, they aren't buying anything. I don't see that they're stealing anything because they don't have like backpacks or anything. So I don't know. Anyways, the one guy, so I'm turning corners as often as possible and looking behind me, and he's always behind me. Always behind me. And he always looks at me and I look at him, and then he looks back at his phone, or he like turns around and he's pretending that he's like shopping or something. But the weirdest fucking thing is that almost every time that like I turn around and I look at him, he looks at me, and then he goes on his phone and he types something, and then he'll go and walk over to his friend, like wherever they are. So they're like, my assumption is that they're like keeping tabs on me, and they're telling each other where I am.
No, they aren't. No, they aren't. Nope. No, no, no. No, they Oh, you can't be serious. You can't be serious with this one. Oh, no, no, no. I'm not falling for this one. This is 100% complete bullshit. There is no way this is real. So I'm in a store. I'm a customer. I see a girl. I see you. I'm right behind you, staring at you. Then when you stop and turn around, I stop staring at you. Then I go to my phone and I text my friends where you are. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. They probably saw you and thought, "Oh, PetSmart hired a special needs person," and they were fucking with you. Because that's what it's. I mean, none of this sounds like stalking. When you stalk someone, you stalking means you do it to not be seen. Okay, stalking is only weird because the person who's doing the stalking is bad at it, so they get caught so many times. But they're like, fuck it.
And this wasn't just in my head. Like, my coworker
No,
was fucking terrified.
no,
Like, she was like, yeah, this guy's stalking you. Because
you can't stalk someone in Petco. Dude, these women are so dramatic. Give me a break, really. So this is so stupid.
you know, I'm not aware of my surroundings all the time, but she was like, he was behind you, just like watching you and texting on his phone, like obviously staring at you. And I'm like, should I like be worried? Like, I mean, obviously I should be worried, and I was worried, but like, what the hell?
Okay. If she's so worried, how come she shouldn't stay in the back until they left? You know, like if you're really that scared, go in the back where all the stock is, wait there for 5 minutes, and then they'll leave the store. You come out. Like it's not like the store is gonna collapse because you take a 10-minute break. I mean, you don't have to take a break. It's like, hey, these people are following me in the store. Hey, manager, I'm gonna go in the back for a little bit, and then when they leave, let me know. Like I don't know. Like this sounds like it sounds like there's a bunch of stupid people working at PetSmart who can't handle the most basic and simplest of situations. That's what it sounds like.
shaking. See, I need to stop. Like, I don't like that. Anyways, I don't like that. People weird me out, and I don't understand. Like, listen, first of all, if you're gonna kidnap me or like kill me or something,
Oh my god, no one's gonna do it like that. Let's go to PetSmart and kill this chick in broad daylight. That doesn't make sense. Hey, let's go to PetSmart and kidnap this. Listen, there's cameras. There's cameras that saw them pull up into the parking lot. There's cameras that are on them in the store. There's if you want to trace their cell phone pings, you can find out like where they came from. Like there is no situation in this scenario where they would kidnap you or kill you. You're crazy.
don't make it obvious. Like, you need to go to kidnapping school 101. Like, don't freak me, all my coworkers, and my manager out. Like, don't do that.
The only one who freaked everyone out is her because she freaked out and put that energy on everyone else, and then they read into it like, yeah, you're right, they are stalking you. Oh, they're after you.
But anyways, my manager ended up walking with me around the store because I was scared. And eventually there was only one guy left, and he was still like, it was the one guy following me with the phone, texting everybody where I was, apparently.
No, he
That's what
wasn't.
I'm assuming
No,
that
he
they were
wasn't.
doing. I don't know if that was actually.
The main character syndrome of this person, the delusional world in that mind, is amazing. Okay? Yeah, like, I'm behind her in aisle 5. Send. No, come on. Hey, so what aisle is she in? Send. Okay, I'm right behind her. I'm staring at her. Oh wait, she just looked at me. I'm gonna stop. Send. Like, no.
What they were doing. Why do you have to stare at me like that, my dude? But yeah, that's what happened. I don't appreciate it. I'm like freaking out. I told my friend and she was like, does anybody not like you? And I'm like, yes, a lot of people. And it's really weird because my ex just like hit me up recently and it was like he kind of wanted to kill me and it's like, okay, now this is happening.
I don't believe that either. I just don't believe that. But okay, whatever.
I don't know. Anyways, I have to go to work. That was a very weird situation that happened and I hope it never happens again. Listen, I've been stalked by a coworker now and now customers and I just don't like why does it happen to me? I don't know. I don't know. But y'all, I'll see you next week and hopefully it won't be freaking stalker. Hopefully it'll be a car update. I don't know. I bought a car yesterday. I filmed a video yesterday, so if you're wondering where I am time-wise in my video filming, that's what's happening. I need to go to work or I'm gonna be a minute late and I'm gonna miss a freaking cent. I need all my pennies right now. Anyways, bye. I'll see you.
Have a good Wednesday. Have a good Thursday. Have a good Friday. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. I have to do her exit because she doesn't do it anymore. Anyway, yeah, I think this story is a bunch of malarkey. Because in my mind, I'm talking my mental picture, there's a dude 5 feet behind her following her down the aisle in a group text going, she's in aisle 5. And all the other guys are in the parking lot, like in the car. Okay, what is she doing now? Okay, right now she's in aisle 7 and she's putting cat food on the shelf. Oh wait, she saw me. Whoa, because I'm right behind her. Oh god, the delusional bullshit this woman just said. Amazing. Anyway, listen, I said I'm gonna react to every video she posts, so you're gonna get some bad ones too. But so far, I want to say most of her videos have been very entertaining. Okay? Anyway, I said enough. You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Peace.